This is 5-minute climate weather reports, where we bring you concise analysis of extreme weather events and their link to climate change.
The theme of this podcast episode revolves around the influence of climate change on agriculture. And so today we have a distinguished expert in this field, Dr. Nataraja Subash, joining us, who's the head of Division of Agricultural Physics, ICAR, IARI, New Delhi. With him, we will delve into the shifts in crop pattern, the economic implications such as inflation, sustainable farming practices, and the significance of agricultural meteorology in the context of changing climate. Hello, Dr. Subash. Welcome to the podcast. Can you explain the impact of climate change on Indian agriculture?
So, in that scenario, automatically everywhere the global climate change, that means the temperature is increasing, it will reflect at the local level. That's particularly in India as well as other South Asian countries, it is there. So, when we talk about the impact at the local level, automatically it will affect each crops as well as livestock, fishery sector, and other dairy livestock sector also.
Are there some numbers that could explain the impact better?
So when we talk about the climate change impact at the crop, the field crops around 30% decrease of yield when the temperature moves to 1.5 degree increase. But this is a general scenario. It may change as per the spatial variability of the temperature that is there. As far as rice is concerned, when there is a 1.5 degree increase of temperature and also the decrease of 2 rain precipitation, there is around 6% decrease of this 6 to 15%. That is because range is there. So that range, there may be decrease of rice production. As far as wheat is concerned, for every 1 degree, there may be 6% decrease in yield. So like that, several crops are there. All crops, there may be, almost all crops, there may be a decrease of yield.
Could you also shed some light on some other crops as well?
There are also so many decreases visible, particularly when we talk about the high temperature means automatically the transpiration that we are talking about humidity. The high temperature means humidity will be less. Automatically the transpiration rate will be higher. So automatically it will affect the crop size, the fruit size as well as the fruit setting, everything it will happen. So automatically the yield will reduce. And this is particularly for the horticulture crop, even in the cracking of fruits, that is apricot and apple, and that cracking will be there. So automatically the market value will be less. So these are the effects.
And will it directly have a socio-economic impact on farmers?
At the household level, there may be a reduction of their income, family income, around 20% reduction in family income due to climate change impact at the household level.
What future do you foresee if the emissions continue to rise?
The extreme weather events will increase in future as per the climate change projection. That will be there. So to arrest the decrease of yield and inflection, we need to take appropriate site-specific adaptation packages for the farming community. Particularly, we need to see the socio-economic situation also. So we need to adopt, that means size-specific adaptation packages are required at the household level. That is very much needed to arrest the decrease in yield. That is essential at the local level.
What are the adaptation measures we are looking at for sustainable farming?
The farmers are doing at present also they are doing, they are following the package of practices and everything. But we need to move from this traditional way into the precision farm management practices. That means right time we need to give the irrigation, right time we need to give the fertilizer application, right time we need to give the pest and disease remedy. Everything we need to take at the appropriate time. Timely action is needed at the farm level so that we can reduce the impact of climate change at the local level. that is possible. And also, this is a continuous mechanism. This is not a 1 day or 1 year. It is a continuous, it is a dynamic process, so that it will continue, so that we can sustain the food security as well as the agricultural issues.
What is natural farming and how can it help farmers in a warming atmosphere scenario?
The soil carbon is depleting, particularly in the tropical regions. So, if you are adding more fertilizer, then automatically the soil health will deteriorate. So, in that condition, we need to incorporate the soil residue, that's not soil, the crop residue into the soil, so that we can increase the soil carbon and also the soil health. So that this natural farming, one more thing is, natural farming means we will incorporate soil mulch, the crop residue incorporation and everything, so that we can arrest the evaporation losses, so that we can reduce the irrigation also, irrigation quantity, that is water requirement we can reduce. So in that way we can do natural farming.
Can you explain the difference between sustainable and natural farming?
Natural farming is not possible everywhere. You see, natural farming is possible where the carbon, soil carbon is more. Suppose in India, automatically in Sikkim or other places, in Andhra Pradesh also, in the rain-fed farming, we can follow the natural farming. But it is not possible to follow the natural farming in everywhere. In sustainable farming means we can do natural farming as well as other recommendations like integrated farming also we can do. Both are different.
How important is agriculture meteorology and the role of timely weather forecasts?
Actually, agriculture meteorology is very important as far as the climate change situation, because of the climate change scenario. Because particularly the extreme climate is happening. Moreover, there is lot of spatial variability. Even within 1 or 2 kilometers, there is a lot of variability of rainfall as well as temperature is happening.
What are the kind of challenges you face in this field?
We need to prepare the advisory at the block level, and also we need the actual data. Basically, we don't have the automatic weather station at the block level across India. We have the automatic weather station at the district level, but the block level we don't have. So if we have the block level data set, and also if we prepare the agromet advisory services at the block level, then our next duty is, after preparation, we need to disseminate to the farming community. Yes, we are doing at present also, we are doing through SMS as well as the WhatsApp messages. But how many farmers are having the mobile phone as well as smartphone? That is also an issue.
Well, thank you, Dr. Subash. That brings us to the end of this week's episode. We have explored the profound impact of climate change on agriculture, a topic of critical importance in today's world. A heartfelt thank you to our special guest, Dr. Nataraja Subash, for sharing his invaluable insights with us.